Howdy, and welcome to Mo's World, the baseball podcast. Yep, another baseball podcast where we talk about baseball like a few friends sitting at the bar. Awesome. We welcome your input to help us improve and make us grow. In our fourth episode of Season 2, we will dive into the start of Spring Training 2025. Wow, lots of changes during this past offseason. And, by the way, I'm a bit of a snothead today, so sorry about my voice. But it seems like forever since the Dodgers beat the Yankees in the World Series, especially for Yankee fans. And did the Dodgers sign friggin' everybody? Or does it just seem that way? Well, there are some things that are new this season, huh? Juan Soto is in a different part of New York as he moves to Queens on the New York Mets. It's going to be exciting to see him in that lineup with Francisco Lindor and Alonso. You know, can he make an impact on that lineup as he did with the Yankees last year? Shohei Ohtani is returning to pitching? Is he really? I don't know. I got to see it to believe it still. It will be interesting to see how this impacts his offensive numbers from last year. And if he really returns to pitching. For some reason, I'm skeptical, you know? I doubt he steals half the stolen bases as last year, though. Roki Sasaki is in his rookie year after signing with the Dodgers. Major League Baseball Network already anointed him in the top 100 players. I think that's a joke, but we will see. And Mookie Betts is back at shortstop. I don't understand why they keep screwing with him, playing yo-yo. You know, leave him in right field. And what about this name? Ian Anderson. Last pitched in the majors in 2022 with the Braves. After missing 2023 having Tommy John surgery, he'll be trying to bounce back this year and make a much-needed impact with the Atlanta Braves. And we've got Jurickson Profar is now a member of those same Atlanta Braves. After 11 seasons in Major League Baseball, he produced a career year last year. Can he match or improve on last year's 280 average, 29 doubles, 24 home runs, and 85 RBIs, all while playing in 158 games? I think the Braves are counting on a resounding yes, as he's slated to be the starting left fielder for them, replacing the unproductive Jared Kelenic. Now, what about this name? Alex Bregman is in Boston. Wow, the Red Sox snuck in there and just signed Bregman to a massive 3-year deal. He's hit well in Fenway, so let's see if he ends his downward offensive production this year. And Ronald Acuna Jr. will be back in Atlanta, hopefully by mid-May. Sticking with this Braves theme, they are highly anticipating Acuna's return to add some depth and pop to the lineup. I have a feeling you will not be seeing him steal 73 bases ever again, though. But what can we expect this year? Well, we're going to dive more into players and their new teams in a bit. But what about the changes in the league? Uniforms, yes, those ugly looking uniforms going back to pre-2024 times. Major League Baseball and Nike announced that the names and numbers on the jerseys will be going back to larger version, and the fabric is returning to 2023 models as well. No more sweat-drenched uniforms. The players will also be able to customize the pant options. And we've got the Tokyo Series this year. While the other 28 teams in MLB are completing spring training, the Dodgers and Cubs will be making an early road trip as they will begin the series in Tokyo, Japan on Tuesday, March 18th and Wednesday, March 19th. The two opening games will feature Japanese stars such as Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki, Yoshinobu Yamato, Shota Imanaga, and Saya Suzuki. Now, both games are going to be at the Tokyo Dome at 6:10, and that's their time. And, 6:10 will be our time in the morning, and 7:10 will be their local time. Now, opening day will be on Thursday, March 28th, 2025. Something a little new this year. They got the Brewers versus the Yankees kicking off the season in the Bronx at 3:05 p.m., followed by a slate of 13 other games. Interesting fact this year is that we will have 2 MLB teams playing in minor league facilities. The team formerly known as the Oakland A's will be playing in the San Francisco Giants team's park, AAA Park in Sacramento, California. And this should be interesting to see who comes to these games, especially during the July-August months. The stadium was expanded to accommodate the A's, and it's now seating about 14,014. Like the A's have that many fans after screwing everyone in Oakland. Now, over in Tampa, the Rays will be on the road for 2025 as well. They'll be calling Steinbrenner Field in Tampa home, as they will be playing home games in the Yankees spring training facility, which seats about 11,026. Better save your money for these seats, as both teams have increased ticket prices over 40%. Who always gets fucked? The fans, of course. This year, we got to look forward to the automatic strike zone in spring training. MLB eyes a big change during spring training this year, with the automated strike zone will be implemented in each spring training facility to test the results. It's slated for the major leagues in 2026, but stand by for that now. Now, as far as the teams, let's take a look. What do we got? The American League East. Well, the Yankees. I think everyone is well aware of the Yankees' failed attempt to sign Juan Soto, but maybe that's a good thing. How much will Paul Goldschmidt, Jason Dominguez, Cody Bellinger impact the Yanks' offense? Will Oswaldo Cabrera finally get his opportunity to play regular at third base, perhaps? Will the addition of Max Fried create a formidable starting rotation? I'm thinking repeat for the Yankees. And I've got the Baltimore Orioles in second place. Now, the Orioles added Charlie Morton to the starting rotation, replacing the loss of Corbin Burns. Ouch. They brought Andrew Kittredge on board as well at $10 million, but they lost Anthony Santander in free agency, but added Dylan Carlson. Well, they do like a true number one starter, and for a team so talented in prospects and having an owner that wanted to spend more this winter, I got to scratch my head. Let's see if they stay competitive in a tough American League East. I am still a huge Gunnar Henderson fan. The Boston Red Sox, holy cow, I've anointed them, me, what am I talking about? They were anointed with the number one farm system in baseball. So what now? The Red Sox are not done, but will they have enough healthy starting pitchers? And wow, what a last-minute pickup in acquiring Alex Bregman. At $40 million per year, I think it's safe to say the Red Sox think very highly of him. Let's start the Red Sox in third and see what happens. The Toronto Blue Jays. Ah, boy. If the Blue Jays will keep Vladimir Guerrero for the entire year, that's the question. And who leads off for this team? And Max Scherzer? Well, I don't know what they're going to get out of him. Toronto has underperformed as a team for 5 years now, so I see them chasing everyone else, except the Tampa Bay Rays. 2025 could be a tough year for them. I think they need to be sold and relocated to Nashville would be in their best interest. Baseball is dead in Florida. Johnny DeLuca, Shane McClanahan being healthy, can they outscore the White Sox? When you compare your offense to the Chicago White Sox, I think you're going to have a long season. Last place Rays, now over in the American League Central. Now, this has always been a crap division, right? Now, most people feel this division sucks, and I tend to agree. But I still like something about the Royals. Re-signing Michael Wacha, was a good thing. Adding Jonathan India at leadoff is another good thing. Bobby Witt Jr., just one more year of watching him play. He makes everybody else play better as well. That's going to be awesome. This team is earmarked for fourth place at 73 wins. I say no way. First place, 88 wins. Followed up by the Cleveland Guardians. I'm just curious if Will Brennan will make his mark this year. Can this team hit enough? We'll find out. Detroit Tigers. Jack Flaherty returns. I think the attitude of this team was awesome last year. For this reason alone, I think they can get back into the playoffs. I'm going to keep my eye on these guys. Minnesota Twins. Everyone's picking the Twins. I don't know. This team doesn't impress me. Fourth place, no playoffs, period. And the infamous Chicago White Sox. No comment on this team, but I continue to wish Will Venable all the best in dealing with this loser of a team. Over in the American League West, I'm going to go and support the Seattle Mariners for only one reason: starting pitching. Perhaps they can win this division with only 85 wins, because I don't really see them with any more. They have to be able to score more than last year, and it should be a weak division up for the take. The Astros, I think they may finally be done. Since 2017, the Astros have owned the West, losing Alex Bregman, Kyle Tucker, the defensive decline of Jose Altuve, possibly sent, with a sentence into left field. It's no longer a scary team. I think this is a division also ran. And now we've got the Sacramento A's. This team intrigues me. I think, they may have this year's fuck you attitude and use it to win. I think this team could win the West with a little luck. I'm looking forward to seeing Mason Miller pitch all year, and this team will score. So the question will be their pitching. Texas Rangers. Is this team still thinking that Jacob deGrom can be a dependable pitcher? Just because of that thinking, fourth place, 79 wins. Los Angeles Angels. Geez, the White Sox of the West Coast. I like Ron Washington, but I see no actual hope for this team. Let's all hope Anthony Rendon gets released, ending this torture, especially after his latest season-ending injury. He is a thief. National League East. The Atlanta Braves. Now, this team in 2023 scored runs at will. Then last year, they were hit hard by career poor years by multiple players, injuries as well. Well, the Braves are back. I see Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley all bouncing back, along with the injured Spencer Strider and Ronald Acuna Jr. Fans will be asking, Max who? 101 wins, first place. New York Mets. They seem to have made a pretty good impact in signing, huh? Let's see if Soto impacts the Mets lineup as it helped Aaron Judge. I think we can all wonder about their rotation options, though. And the Philadelphia Phillies. This is still a damn good team. I mean, starting pitching, relief pitching, hitting. Will Ranger Suarez make his mark as the top free agent acquisition? Let's see. The Washington Nationals. Don't overlook them either. It's another team that intrigues me. They have reset this team the past 5 years, and I think they are ready to surprise. Their pitching will be surprising, and I'm pulling for a pickup Michael Soroka, who's returning as a starting pitcher. I really rooting him on. I hope he has a decent year. Now, the Miami Marlins. I think we can all say that, will Sandy Alcantara be a god again? This guy carried this team, every 5 days. So I wish him all the best this season. The rest of the team, contract it. Move the franchise out of Miami and give Major League Baseball to a deserving city. It's just a joke. National League Central. Oh, another powerhouse division. I'm going with the Cincinnati Reds. I see 86 wins taking charge of this division, and why not? The Central will be there for the taking. The Reds have plenty of talent and lead the league in potential infielders on a roster. So let's see if Ellie De La Cruz is for real at shortstop. Chicago Cubs, 85 wins in a close, crappy division. Geez, picking up Kyle Tucker and Ryan Presley, that's a big deal to a team. And I'm thinking if they play okay in this division, that may be enough. Milwaukee Brewers, okay, I agree. Who plays shortstop with Willie Adames moving on to the Giants? But in this division, I see them still being competitive. Pittsburgh Pirates. If the Pirates had a forward-thinking front office, I could see big things from them. But the Pirates seem satisfied to collect the competitive balance tax money. They only have a payroll of $123 million, and they receive $68 million in profits. Cheap bastards have chosen profits over success, so I'm sorry, it's tough to be a Pirate fan. In St. Louis, wow, the perfect team in this division. They dumped a lot of players, and they may not be done yet. Can they be competitive in this division? Yes, they can. Over in the National League West, the Los Angeles Dodgers. They walk away with 105 wins, get back to the World Series for a repeat. Why dig any deeper than that? Arizona Diamondbacks. This team could be more. And let's see if their starting pitchers will be the big difference. I do think Corbin Burns is an awesome pickup. And I expect Corbin Carroll to have a much improved year over 2024. Strong team producing a wild card. Over in San Francisco, the Giants picked up Willie Adames, and he takes the show to the West Coast. Will it be enough? I don't know. I'm curious to see how Buster Posey, as president of baseball operations, will make, his impact on this team. The Padres? Wow. This team has self-destructed since the death of their owner. From borrowing money to make payroll, dumping old salaries they can, I see a rocky future. I'm just wondering when they trade Dylan Cease, not if. And speaking of Rocky, I think Padre fans will be thankful that the Rockies are in the same division. Poor Rocky fans. If you build a good team, they will come. One of the best fan bases in MLB. They deserve so much more. It's like the Rangers depending on DeGrom to impact their pitching. The Rockies are depending on Chris Bryant to lead their offense. It's a joke. Dead last. No hope at all. Now, free agents who were still out there. Yes, they were still out there until days ago. Like Nick Pivetta, starting pitcher, just signed with the Padres for 4 years, $55 million. Paul DeJong is still out there from the Kansas City Royals. Kenley Jensen just signed with the Los Angeles Angels for 1 year, $10 million. Lance Lynn is still out there from the Cardinals. Justin Turner is still out there from the Mariners. We talked about Alex Bregman. He just signed with the Red Sox for 3 years, $120 million. Clayton Kershaw, he just signed as well to go back to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Terms weren't announced, but we kind of knew that. JD Martinez, DH New York Mets, he's still out there. Alex Verdugo, Craig Kimbrell, they're all still out there. And even the name of the past, where we had a podcast on, Noah Syndergaard, he's still out there. From what I understand, he's trying to hook up with some team in spring training. I wonder if he's accepted the fact of maybe becoming a relief pitcher, And of course, Joey Gallo is still out there. My question is, who the hell would sign Joey Gallo? Woof. Spring training. I look forward to this on the calendar. I am so ready for baseball to begin, yet I worry about situations that are impacting MLB. The reality always comes down to money. And owners seem to be playing the game of wanting a salary cap. We all know how the Players Association, what they think of the salary cap. So trouble is brewing. I'm more concerned with the floor of salaries. How do they improve the have versus the have-nots? Also, RSNs are dead. Teams have no TV money or nothing like they anticipated. Don't forget, Season 1, Episode 6, MLB and RSNs is still a hot podcast to listen to. The shit is hitting the fan for teams and fans. The cost to view teams is increasing, and streaming options will only screw the fans. Stay on the watch locally with this, as all clubs are involved. It will come down to a large market versus small market owners. In Sacramento and Tampa, wow. I'm feeling so sorry for the fans of the Rays and A's because you're going to get screwed this year. If you are the few fans left of these two teams, you must be wishing for a sack full of cash to be dumped at your house because that's what it's needed to buy tickets for these teams. Starting with a 40% increase across the board to make up for reduced seating, it will be tough to support these teams. But spring training is the optimistic time of year for all. I don't really care about expert predictions and who will have a healthy and a good year. You don't know, So let's be hopeful, and why not? If you're a Nationals fan in Washington, getting excited about your team, why not? If you're a Cincinnati Reds fan, wondering if the division has come back to you, why not? Even sitting in Atlanta dreaming of a productive year from players who vanished last year and resulting in another World Series, why not? It's a great time of the baseball season, so let's all enjoy it. I had some last-minute signings to add to this podcast, so let's see who else starts signing since spring training has started. Now, I think that's a wrap on today's show, and I hope you enjoyed our 4th episode of Season 2 on Mo's World, the Baseball Podcast. We are back on schedule for releasing new episodes each Friday. Our next episode will air February 21st, Friday, and each episode is approximately 20 minutes long. Thank you for listening, and spread the word to your friends. In the meantime, ask yourself, whose world is it? It's Mo's World.